gas prices in the UK surging to an all-time high and temperatures in the UK plummeting to an all-time low, the struggle to afford to stay warm is very real. I've been working from home and I've been trying to avoid turning on the heating, and I've still tried to keep myself warm in the process. On one of those cold days, I complained about my flight over on Instagram. I did a reel and it took off. There were so many comments in the comment section sharing tips and tricks and things that I could do to stay warm without turning on the heating. Some of those things I tried before and some of them were totally new to me. So that got me thinking and made me write a blog post where I shared 25 ways to stay warm this winter without turning on the heating. And in today's video, I'm turning that blog post into a video to share with you the 25 ways that you too can stay warm this winter without turning on the heating. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, thanks for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back to watch another video. It is so good to have you here with me again today. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be discussing 25 ways to keep warm this winter without using the heating. If that's something that you want tips and tricks on, be sure to stay tuned for today's video. The first one seems pretty self-explanatory. Wear layers of clothing. Don't be sitting in your house saying it's cold, turning on the heating and you're in shorts and t-shirts. No, you need to wrap up warm. I know right now I'm not wrapped up very warm, but it's not as cold today. But on the days when it's very cold, yes, I'm in my hoodie, yes, I'm in my tracksuit bottoms, and yes, I've got multiple socks on. So definitely, if you want to stay warm this winter without using the heating, be sure to wear layers of clothing. Another great way to stay warm without the heating is to use blankets and throws. I've been working at my desk with my blanket for the last few weeks just to keep myself warm while working from home. So if that's something that you don't do at the moment, definitely start doing so, because it makes all the difference and it's going to help keep you a little bit warmer. So this tip came from one of my Instagram followers, and it's to buy a hoodie. Do you know what hoodie is? Because I had no clue until I saw that comment on my post. And a hoodie is basically a blanket hoodie. So it's a hoodie and a blanket in one, which sounds fantastic because it's like double trouble, or double the benefits rather. On Amazon they have loads of different ones, but the hoodie apparently is the best one. So I guess you get what you pay for, because it is quite expensive. I think it was like 80 quid when I checked it out. It's on my Christmas wish list. It's not something I want to spend money on right now, but if you really don't want to use the heating and you want a blanket that is practical, then a hoodie sounds like a good bet for you. Another one is to close the blinds and the curtains in your house. Now I know who wants to stay in a dark room, you want to let that natural light in, but on those extremely cold winter days, you're also going to let in a lot of cold if you leave the windows open. So where possible, close up those curtains so that you can keep as much of the heat trapped in the room as possible. Listen, this one has served me well over these cold winter months, and that is to use a hot water bottle. If you don't know about hot water bottles, they're just a lifesaver, and it saved me this winter for sure. I sleep with one on my bed, I have it on my desk. It really helps with the back pain in pregnancy as well, so it's just been a double win using my hot water bottle. But if you don't use them, they're just so inexpensive. You can pick them up literally from like Poundland, fill it up with hot water, and it helps you stay warm throughout the day. It probably lasts a good 5, 6, maybe even 8 hours, depending on where you put it on your body. So like for me, I put it underneath the blanket so that the heat stays trapped in for so much longer. So if you don't use hot water bottles, you're definitely missing out on a trick when it comes to keeping those heating costs down. So as much as I hate cooking and I hate baking, I cannot deny that when I do cook and bake, it makes the kitchen warmer and ultimately makes the downstairs of the house warmer too. So cooking and baking will definitely help to keep you a bit warmer on those cold days. The reason is pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. The oven and the cooker hob give off heat, and that heat obviously then moves into the room and then warms the room up a little bit, and it moves throughout the house. That is not the most scientific explanation. I didn't tell you I was a science expert, but you get the gist. Cook and bake, and it's going to help you to save on your heating. Another thing that's really going to help you stay warm this winter without using the heating is to get moving. Get that body moving. I know on these cold winter days, that's literally the last thing you want to do. Get up and get moving. You want to stay warm. You want to wrap up as much as you can and not move your body. But actually, exercising and moving the body is going to warm you up, which in turn means that you don't need to use as much heating. Exercising in the winter will help to keep you warm by increasing your metabolism and increasing your body temperature. And if that's not enough to convince you to get up and move, did you know that exercising can help to boost your immune system, which can help you to fight off these winter colds and winter flus? It's a win-win situation all round. Get up and get moving. Candles and oil diffusers can also make a difference and help to keep you warm this winter without the heating. Okay, I kind of lied. they're not going to keep you warm per se, but they do create a nice calm, warming feeling and atmosphere in the room when you have these things on. I've been using candles all winter and it really is a mood booster. It creates a nice, lovely, warm, cozy atmosphere, which will basically help to raise your comfort and well-being levels overall. And the soft lights and the scents from the diffusers kind of create a nice, calming, relaxing atmosphere in the room. So it's definitely something worth giving a try and see how you get on with it. If your house is covered in wooden flooring and you don't have rugs and carpet, then you're going to feel very cold this winter, unless you have heated flooring, of course. But the idea is to try and not to use gas, so in which case rugs and carpets are your best friend. In the rooms where you have wooden flooring and you don't have carpet, definitely get rugs, because it will help to make the room feel a little bit more warm and a little bit more cozy. There's nothing worse than putting your feet on a cold wooden floor on a cold day. So yeah, if you can avoid that, and you will feel so much more warmer. I can definitely attest to this reality, because in my house, upstairs is carpeted and downstairs is wooden flooring, and there's a stark difference between the temperatures upstairs and downstairs in my house. Is your attic insulated? If it's not, it's time to insulate it. Insulating your attic in the winter helps to retain the heat in the house and will help to reduce the amount of heat loss. The reason for this is in the winter, the warm air basically rises to the roof and out of the house and out of the attic if it's not well insulated. So you really want to keep it insulated in order to keep as much of that little heat that you do have in the house. Heat can easily escape through gaps and cracks in your windowsills. So if your windowsills are not well sealed, if you've got cracks basically in your windowsills, you're going to want to seal those up in order to stop the cold air from getting in and the warm air from getting out. So definitely seal up all your windows. Front door as well, if there's gaps in your doors, front door, back door, seal that up so that you keep as much of the heat retained in your house as possible, which will hopefully keep you warmer for longer and help you to avoid turning on that heating. Don't underestimate the power of a humidifier. If you don't have one, now's the time to get one. Humidifiers can help to make your room feel a lot more warm, and it basically does this by increasing the humidity in your air, which can make the air feel a lot more warm even when the temperature is actually still the same. There's nothing better than having a hot drink when it's cold outside. I know when I get back from the school run, dropping my boys off to school, the first thing I do is go and make myself a hot drink, and that instantly helps me to feel a lot warmer. So other hot beverages such as your teas, your coffees, your hot chocolates can nicely help to warm your body from the inside out. It basically helps to warm your body by raising your body temperature, which overall makes you feel a lot more warm. Don't overdo it with those hot drinks though, because yes, hot drinks are nice in moderation, but they are also very calorific. Use a heated blanket or throw. I did not know about heated blankets or throw until I did my reel on Instagram, and loads of people were telling me to get one, saying how warm it keeps you and how much more cost effective it is. So if you don't know about heated blankets, now's the time to get to know. I'll link a few in the description box below for you to check out. Heated blankets are essentially blankets that use electricity to help keep you warm. Sit up straight. That sounds a bit random, right? But did you know that actually your body posture has a difference, or makes a difference in how warm you feel or how cold you feel? Naturally, when it's cold outside, or naturally when we feel cold, what do? We kind of hunch ourselves in. We try to preserve the heat and keep ourselves warm this way, but doing that is having the opposite effect. Posture plays a big part in how warm you feel in the winter, but it's not actually the main factor which determines your body temperature. The main factors in your body temperature are clothing, insulation and heating. However, where the posture basically comes into play is it helps with circulation, which helps to distribute heat evenly throughout your body and increase the overall feeling of warmth. Invest in thermal curtains if you haven't done so already. Thermal curtains will help make your room feel so much more warm. Yes, they're a bit more pricey than the standard curtains that you probably could pick up from IKEA, but it makes all the difference in the insulation of your room and ultimately how warm your room feels and how little or often you have to turn the heating on. And the reason being is they're made from material to keep the heat in and stop the cold air from getting in. Overall, therefore, making your room feel a lot more warm and hence less needs to turn the heating on. Another thing to get done, maybe not this winter, but in preparation for next winter, is to do a home energy audit. A home energy audit is where you basically get a team of professionals to come into your house and inspect your home for the energy usage to determine the areas of your home that are losing the heat the quickest and the most. They'll basically provide provide you with a review of your insulation, of your heating systems and air sealing, as well as a review of all the doors and windows in your home. Another way to stay warm this winter is to keep your doors and your vents closed. I know growing up, my mum used to always tell us to close the doors behind us and not to leave doors open, and now as an adult paying my own utility bills, I understand why, because it makes so much of a difference. When you have the doors and windows opened, it's obviously going to let the heat out and let the cold air in, which we don't want to do. Okay, so the next thing you can try and do to stay warm this winter is to get a firewood burning stove. Now this might feel like a return to the Stone Ages, but it was suggested by one of my followers over Instagram. She said she invested in one last year and it was the best thing she's invested in since. So it's definitely a worthwhile thing if you have the space to do so. Firewood burning stoves have been used for heating going back to the beginning of time, like for centuries. So it just goes to show that sometimes new age is not always better. Sometimes return to the basics. If you don't actually know what a firewood burning stove is, it's just basically a heating appliance which uses firewood in order to create heat. So firewood is its fuel source, and you need to also have a chimney in order to vent the smoke and all the other byproducts of combustion outside of the building. In the long run, they can be very cost effective and eco-friendly ways to heat your home, but it is an initial outlay of quite a lot of money. Another way to stay warm this winter without using the heating is to invest in thermal window film. Thermal window film can actually keep your home nice and warm in the winter by reducing the heat that is lost through your windows. Window film is like a thin transparent layer that's applied outside of your windows, and it basically reflects the heat into your home and it reduces the amount of heat that is lost through the glass. So the film helps to create a barrier between your home's interior and the cold glass. So it nicely helps to trap the warm air inside your home, which ultimately helps to reduce the amount of heat lost, making it a little bit more easier to maintain a comfortable temperature within your home. These films are readily available online, so you can purchase them on Amazon. Again, I'll link some in the description box below so you can check them out and see if you want to do a DIY job on your windows for next winter. Another simple and effective way to keep the heat in your room and reduce the amount of need to turn the heating on is to use a door snake. You can buy these online on Amazon, or you can even do DIY versions. I've got details of different DIY ones that you can make in my blog post below, which I've linked, but you can also pick them up already made, already for sale on Amazon, which again I'll link in the description box below. A door snake is also known as a draft stopper, and it's basically like a long cylinder shaped object that's placed at the bottom of your doors in order to keep the heat in and stop the cold air from coming into your room. Another thing you could try is a window insulation kit. A window insulation kit is a type of home insulation product which is basically designed to improve the energy efficiency of your windows. So the kit basically consists of plastic sheets and double-sided tape. So the sheeting is applied to the window's interior of the windows frame, and it creates an airtight seal that basically helps to reduce the heat loss and also helps to improve insulation, helping to keep your home a lot warmer in the winter and equally keeping your home cooler in the summer, ultimately reducing your energy costs and keeping you a lot more comfortable. So I mentioned earlier about using a humidifier. Now I'm going to mention the benefits of using a dehumidifier. Gosh, that was a tongue twister, wasn't it? A dehumidifier. So basically the opposite to a humidifier. So a dehumidifier won't directly keep you warm in the winter, but what it will do is help to improve the indoor air quality, which effectively will make your home feel more comfortable. Another thing you could try this winter before turning on the heating is to invest in a portable electric heater with a thermostat. A portable and electric heater with thermostat can actually provide you with a very effective and convenient way to keep you warm in your home without having to turn on the central heating system. The thermostat basically allows you to set your desired temperature and maintain it by automatically turning the heating on and off as needed. So by using one of these portable electric heaters, you can just heat up the space that you're in as opposed to heating up the whole house, and this can sometimes be more cost effective and more energy efficient compared to like turning on the central heating and you're heating up the whole house when you're only in one room. So those are my 25 ways for you to stay warm this winter without using the heating. Let me know in the comment section below which of these 25 things you've tried, which ones you're going to try, and if you have any more tips and tricks as well, be sure to share them in the comment section below, because sharing is caring and we're all trying to save money here in this cost of living crisis. So if you're after more money saving tips when it comes to your energy usage, then definitely watch this video where I share different ways for you to save money on your utility bills. If you made it this far in the video and you haven't yet given it a thumbs up, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet done so, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I will see you on my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.